What is up, everybody? So, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about how to survive your initial start on Rimworld. Rimworld. Blech. So, what we're looking at here, right, is essentially the only reason I can see that part down there is because I have it selected. We're going to pick a spot in an ocean somewhere. There we go. So, essentially, I can't see what's on the map. If I select a random start, I don't know what's going on around me, what's there, what isn't there. We also are playing with mods, so there's a ton of factions of all sorts, from mild to wild. Like there's like a zombie faction or something floating around. But that will make the game easier or harder. I don't really have any mods that focus on making the game easier for me. There are a bunch of added factions. There's a bunch of different kinds of whatever you could think of. There is some quality of life mods, mostly given through the vanilla expanded mod series. I have all of those. We've got a couple different biomes added in, so really what we get is completely up to the whims of the Rim. So we're going to go ahead and send it. I do have it set to... we're going to do Supremacist. I do have it set to... We're going to do Army of Divinity. Why not? No. I've got a bunch of, like, Warhammer symbols. I dig it. What we're going to do is we are going to set our precepts. We're going to try to survive here. This is a naked brutality start. What we are going to do is remove the clothing from the roles because it bothers me. Dual creation. We're going to remove... nothing. We'll keep the rest of that. That's fine. But yeah, so we are going to go ahead and get into this. We'll see what happens. Hold on, I need to check one thing. Where is it? Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and pop right into it. So, we want to pick... I'm not going to randomize too crazily about what our person is. We want to have a decent all-arounder to start here. Somebody who is decent at plant gathering, which is none of them. Well, our starter guy here. And is capable of building something for us. Plants is important because that's where all of our natural resources are really going to come from. So we're going to random... no, we won't randomize. We'll keep it how it is. So we've got Bat here. Moon Eye. I think what we'll do is we will go with... we'll go with mining. Plants is one. Melee and shooting is decent. We're going to go with King here. And we'll start there. Decent at shooting, decent in melee. They're a psychopath, so they don't really give a flying care about anything. And we'll generate the map. We'll see what we got. As far as the map goes, natural resources, and things of that nature. And go from there. Alright, so it looks like we got a pretty open map here with lots of trees, so that's good. There is a mod that adds dinosaurs, so you know there's that. As far as predators, we've got some birds, a small lizard, and that's it. So we're looking pretty safe for right now. So we have an initial building right here. I don't know if that's added by a mod or if that's just natural, to be honest with you. But we're going to ignore that in favor of just getting something together that is beneficial to us. So first thing that we're going to do is set him to go ahead and start mining. We're going to tell him to go ahead and work throughout the day with recreation at 6, 7, 21, 22, and get him going on that one. Because the quicker that we can get that down, the quicker that we can get a small building up and we can start crafting some other things. Looks like we have some natural food around us, so that's good. Some heal root and things of that nature. Now, their plants isn't very good, which is why it's taken so long to get these all together here. And just like that, we got some food going for us. So next thing we are going to do is we are going to just get some wooden walls and whatnot up. This construction's pretty bad too, so this might take a few tries. But that's all right. Alright, and then what we are going to go ahead and do, we do want to get a single door up. That's added through a mod. I'm going to have him harvest that maple tree. So, generally, the rule that I like to follow when I play this is your general rule of threes, but minus a rule. So, obviously, you don't have to worry about getting clean water as much as you would in real life, but some things that you do need are shelter, food, and weapons. Oh, that's just going to be for food, priority critical. We're going to have him do that. And then after that, come over here to furniture. We're going to have him get a 1x2 table up with a stool. Where is it? There it is. So that he has somewhere to sit and eat. And he won't throw too quick of a fit. After that, it is going to be clothing. So we've got a base set of food. We have quite a bit of dense forest around us too, so something else that we want to focus on is go ahead and getting that weapon set up. And we're probably going to make an extension here. Now there's a great tool for that. If you go into orders, you can come over here to plan, and you can plan out your buildings a little bit And the way that you could do that is you select the plan portion, and then you can just, you know, kind of sketch out what you want to see here. And then I like to remove the spots that I'm probably going to use for doors. And that way I have the general outline of the addition I want to make to the building itself. Now, there's a couple different ways to play Rimworld, especially with the newer updates and the DLCs that have come out. And there's a plethora of starts added by mods and all sorts of things, especially if you have Oscar's mod packs. There's a ton of just mods. So something that I'm actually going to do real quick is go to my mods. And this is important to go and check out every once in a while. Spawn new bill, enable void contact. Yeah. So, different mods come with different things. This is a neat little one added by the Void mod. As you can see, these guys are pretty strapped right off the get-go. So, we don't have much in the way of options. The thing that we could hope for is that some animals go berserk, or, you know, we get attacked while this is occurring, and the animals hunt them. Now, the unfortunate thing that we've done here is we've gone ahead and we've set up where it appears the pteranodons like to bathe in fish. So that could be a problem. So, a group of 5 well-dressed, heavily armed individuals with purple-colored masks and piercing blue eyes stare into your soul as they approach you. They come bearing gifts. They make it clear they've come to negotiate, not to fight. Greetings. We are Void. You are unlawfully trespassing in our newly annexed territory. You must leave this world at once, or else we will have to forcefully remove you. You have to leave this planet effective immediately. The advisor sizes you up briefly as you think of your reply. You have 3 response options below. Beg for mercy. Try to plead to their humanity. They seem to be reasonable people. Respectfully decline. You aren't here to beg or to surrender to anyone. Say something incredibly insulting. Immediately attack them. Obviously, we don't have the gear to immediately attack them, so we're going to respectfully decline. We don't beg. We don't surrender. That is not our deal. So they brought us wine and some medicine. Fair enough. They respect our tenacity. Alright, so we're going to go into our bills here, and the first thing that we want to make is probably a short bow. And then after that, probably tribal wear. And we'll go from there. Getting that table built. Not the best in the way of crafting, but it's what we got. That's cool. So what we're going to do, now that we have a an animal, is we are going to go ahead and there should be an expand area. There it is. Area 1. So we want to have our animal nearby somewhat. So, and then we come over here to animals, we select area 1, that animal will naturally migrate over to area 1. He's getting his bow made, and then what we will probably do is we will set out hunting. Oh yeah, we've got enough. So we're going to have him focus on working on that. And another useful tip, right? You want to see what your animals eat. If you go into the informations tab, you can come down here to diet, and you can see everything that the red panda will eat. Now, the same thing goes for your colonists, because with different colonists comes different diets. Pretty much for the most part, your pawns can eat whatever they want to, or whatever you force them to. However, certain memes and the their religion will bar them from eating meats. Sometimes it'll bar them from eating plants and things of that nature. Now, I don't believe that ours has a certain diet, except that they don't like eating humans and they don't like eating insects, and then they also don't like eating fungus. So, not a fan of the mushrooms. Which, hey, it is what it is. Mushrooms aren't for everybody. I get it. And then we are also going to get up a recreation point. Now, why I'm doing some of these things. So, recreation is important. It's really good for the mood of your colonist. Recreation deprived, awful bedroom, slept on the ground, so you can fix all these things by simple additions. So we're going to go ahead and add the horseshoe pin. That gives them an option for recreation. A table, so that they don't eat without a table. A bed, so, it's not as terrible. And you can essentially... The needs tab for your pawns is going to give you a way of counteracting your pawns going on a mental break, which, you know what, it is what it is. He's sleeping, so we've got that going for us. Gonna eat some food, and the mood's gonna naturally go up. We do need to get him some clothing, because in this meme, they prefer to have some sort of clothing, which, hey, fair. It's 62 degrees outside. That's a little chilly. It's not too cold, but to have your bits out in the open like that, I could see the discomfort. There's that sound. Don't know what mod adds that, but I dig it. Probably one of my, Alright, so what we need to do is we need to go ahead and get a food store going, because Void has decided to release a bit of Fallout our way. It's a little rude. Excuse me. So, we're going to keep him inside as much as we can. And the other thing, so we've got about 16. What do we need for some wooden floors? We need 3 pop. So we need 80 wood total. We're going to go ahead and set him to do that. We are going to tell our animal to go ahead and stay in the home area. And then we're going to have him go out and cut some more wood. We do need to pay attention because of the toxic fallout here to his health. Apparently at some point in time he was stabbed in the head, so that's a bad time. It's 83 degrees outside. It's got the initial buildup of toxic So I kind of want our animal just to hang out inside. That way it has a little bit of protection itself from the elements. We'll give it a sleeping spot right there. Filling that recreation up a little bit. Take a look at our wildlife bit here. See if there's anything laying on the ground in distress. Doesn't appear that there is. So that's good for us. Now we do have the Mechanitor portion down here where we can start the whole Mechanitor side quest line. It's a neat bit, especially if you like the androids and stuff like that. You can have essentially a fully automated base with those creatures running around. Another important thing to look at is, okay, so this animal actually has a 50% toxic build up immunity. So I remember that there used to be a way that you could see how much dirt the animal would create. So we'll see what's up with that. So we've got a bow. Next thing we need to look at is clothing. So what we're going to check out is the toxic buildup in these different animals, because hopefully one of them passes out and we can use that as a source of clothing. Pretty much everything's at 18%, 20% for the alpacas up there. And we do want to go ahead and get a room up at some point for the various butchering, storage, so on and so forth. Now we are going to get our general animal or general colonist joins at some point, so we want to be kind of prepped for that a little bit. It's got minor toxic buildup. Solar flare is done, just good for us. We want to go ahead and get our door up. Okay, gonna fumble the bag on that one. And we want to hope that this void fallout ends soon, or we are going to have a pretty bad time, especially without a gas mask or anything like that to help us out here. And just like that, the toxic fallout is over with. So we're going to go ahead and make this our stockpile zone for everything else that is not food related. There's an egg down there. So we've got the basis set up here for kind of what we need. He's well fed. We have pretty easily obtained food all around us as far as plants and everything else goes. So that's not too bad. Not a bad start for not knowing where we're going to start. These, the pteranodons do make me a little nervous, because I am a little worried about them coming after us, but nothing so far yet. So, what we need to do is find a somewhat docile animal to go ahead and start hunting. So, we are going to do the ibex ram over here. And hope that it doesn't rage and create a man-hunting issue for us. Alright, and then just like that. But the meat is corrupt because of the toxic fallout. Not good for us. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to get some plants set up here. It's not fertile, that's mud. Alright, so we can't use all of that. So we will use as much as we can. For cotton plants and rice plants. Where is the cotton plant? There it is. Then we'll set this for, we can do corn right there. And then out back, what we'll do is we will go ahead and get a little rice bit going. Oh, we can do it right here. There it is. Now, why so many people pick rice is because it grows the fastest, and generally it is the most sturdy as far as that goes. So we're going to have him go ahead and start clearing this out. That'll give us a little bit of wood. It'll give us a bit of bear berry. And we'll go from there. He's getting the cotton sown, which is good for us. Let him go back to area 1. We also need to go ahead and harvest some of the plants over here, just for some food for ourselves. It'll pay off for us in the long run. Our toxic buildup is ticking down just a bit slowly. 20% on that. What's that? Oh, it's another little dinosaur. So there is some pigs over there. And then we've got about 30 wood sitting there, so let's go ahead and get that set up. And see how if we can get at least 2 animals, we will be pretty much in the clear as far as that goes. But we will see how it runs. I think probably one of the biggest things that you need to watch out for when you start. So right down here we probably have an ancient danger. You don't always want to pop those open right away. You probably want to wait until at least your colonist is better equipped, or you have the numbers to make up for lesser equipment, because there's a couple of things that could happen with that. I need you not to miss, friend. Or just miss everything. That's fine. Oh, there's a hit. Alright, so next thing that we're going to do is we are going to set up a butcher spot. We'll do it outside for now. Butcher creature, and then do forever. I don't ever want them to stop butchering the creatures that they're looking for here. Has not even hit that. We've got a transport pod crash with a person named Varvara. They're incapable of violent. They don't bring a lot to the table. However, what they do bring to the table is clothing. So, sorry, Varvara. We are going to make do with your clothing here. My bad. He's getting the hog. He's gonna bring that back, and then we got a little bit of liquor, and we got some pine nuts, so that's good for us. So what we can go ahead and do is remove the tribalware bill, and what we will set them to make is probably 60-30 for wooden armor. We don't have the cloth just yet for that. He's gonna go back and sleep. But essentially, this is the start of our small series here on how to survive your initial start into Rimworld. So, with that being said, we've got a small base set up. We have some initial supplies, and yeah, we got that going for us. If there's any biomes you would like to see specifically, just by all means comment. This is definitely one of the easier starts. I lucked out 100% in getting such a resource heavy area. Let's check and see on the world map. It's a temperate forest, so I mean, not as big of a chance for malaria from mosquitoes and whatnot, the unseen menace. But oh, we did get that other hog. Cool. But not as big of a threat to us as it would appear. I am gonna get I was gonna get a campfire going here. We got a campfire going, we'll cook that food and be all squared away. I'm gonna have him use this meat before it goes bad. And then we should be pretty squared away with that. So just like that, you know, we've got a basic weapon. We got lucky with some pretty easily grabbed clothing. And we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? This will be a series. Anything you guys want to see, please feel free to comment. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Now that we've got the basics set up. Y'all have a good one.